Ready.
Go for it.
Okay.
Listening and music.
Alright, that looks like it's coming through. Okay. Come on. There we go. Alright. Top of the session notes. Session 41, guys. Congratulations. So, where we left off. Following many misadventures on the pirate world of Tortuga in the Nemean Abyss, eventually your party's search for one Preston Orion bared fruit on the dark side of the planet. Despite the hostile sea life, Giacomo's submarine was able to hold together, and you as a party were able to fend off and disable the onboard Batarian android long enough to reach the Void, an element zero rich domain of the entity known as the Void Mother. There, you discover several individuals, all at peace to pass through the Void Mother's embrace. The only one who seemed discontent to remain there was Preston, who was anxious to find a way to escape. However, the Void Mother took a visual form and explained how it had been keeping him there until the party could reunite with him. So Piper argued with him, and as the twins made physical contact with one another, you saw what resulted in another strange biotic reaction, injuring both parties. Though Preston kept insisting his next goal was to reach the Crucible, a massive intergalactic device that was said to hold the key to stopping the Reaper threat, the Void Mother insisted it sensed there was a location where your party was needed most. So, after reluctantly agreeing to be warped with the combined energy of some of the Void's inhabitants, your party, along with Preston, Aurelia, Scorn, and Amobi, were all teleported to an unknown world. At first glance, it seemed barren, with nothing but volcanic canyons, but there wasn't enough time to get any bearings as a Reaper capital ship rounded the corner of a nearby mountain, sending down Reaper troops into your area. So, with haste, you found a cave to take shelter in while everyone recovers from injuries and various ailments. So, we open with a small campfire inside the cave, barely illuminating the small space where everyone rests. The boulder Strux lifted in the entranceway is barely letting any light in. With barely enough kindling to sustain a flame, Amobi lays close to the fire, barely awake from all the vomiting he's endured. Scorn is seen sleeping in the sitting position with a smirk stricken across his face. Aurelia, however, sits with her legs in a pretzel, wide awake, her eyes following Preston, who's pacing back and forth frantically at the back of the cavern. The disabled android lay propped up against the wall, unmoving, which, Miri, you awaken to. You awaken next to it as you hear the distant sounds of inhuman growling. And you guys have officially gotten a long rest as you all begin to awake.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Eh.
Where... Long rest. Yay.
Woohoo.
Healthy again. Get my stuff back. How did everyone sleep? I know we're in a cave, but...
Like a baby.
That's
Like
great.
the dead.
Cool.
See, that sounds less fun.
It wasn't fun, but it felt good.
I've done worse.
Just looking like between us and the rock that's keeping us in here. Well, this sucks.
Yeah,
You think?
why'd she have to put us here?
Actually, I'm fine just staying here for a bit. I'm Obi, like barely staying awake, looking
Yeah,
really
that
sick.
makes sense.
Still not feeling so good?
Well, I'm feeling better in this cave.
Oh, good. That's something.
But eventually we're gonna have to go out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to think about that just yet.
You just see, like, Preston is just not paying attention to anyone. And
Is he
it's
still
just-
pacing?
He's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna say he was
pacing,
pacing.
lost in his own thoughts.
I'm gonna fucking look at him. I'm just gonna go. If you keep walking like that, your feet are gonna fall off. Get over here.
He
Just shut up for a second. I'm thinking.
Excuse you.
he gets it from our dad. Dad paced a lot too. It's not surprising.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
Usually
maybe share your
means-
thoughts with the rest of the class.
Doesn't mean
That'd be
he has to be
helpful.
rude.
No, it doesn't.
Just trying to determine what the hell planet we're on.
Well, that definitely is the question of the hour, isn't it? Well, one of them.
Listen, you can breathe the air. That should be the most important part right now.
There is that.
I suppose that can be said. I'm just concerned we've landed on an uncharted world with no way off. Where we're
That's
needed most. We could be
entirely
spending the rest of our
possible.
time here.
Well, as long as it's important.
Yeah.
Clearly, we were sent here for a reason.
You just you just see Scorn like let out a huge snore, and then he like wakes himself up.
About time you woke up, shithead. Missing out on all the fun.
I feel beautiful again now that I've slept a good 8 hours.
Well, you look
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I just said that.
It doesn't mean shit coming from you.
Yeah, but I'm cuter.
I said it. Me.
Nonsense. I'm the cutest one here.
Going to die surrounded by fools.
Welcome to my life.
My thoughts every day.
Did you even get any sleep last night? This is to Preston.
I got plenty of rest in the void.
Yeah, well, if we're gonna have to go out there and fight shit, you're gonna need rest here too.
My head is clear. Do not worry.
Is it? You're still focused on this mission of yours. Can't even sit down for a second.
And I won't rest until it's finished.
Oh my fucking god.
Like it or not,
Aurelia
that's
just go like,
rest.
give it a rest.
Ser- Look, I know you're stubborn. I'm stubborn too. It's our family charm, but you are really irritating right now. So can you please just sit down? Please?
Fine.
Thank you. Well, I guess the next thing to do is decide what our next move is.
I
Figure
say
out-
we just go for it. I'm hungry. Hope there's good meat on this planet.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
we could
I
go
wonder-
back out there and die from those things.
I mean, is it still
Or-
out there? Do we even know?
Dig our way out.
Yeah, I can hear something. Doesn't sound very friendly.
Oh, lovely.
Regardless whether it's friendly or not, I'd kill 1,000 Reapers if they stood between me and some decent grub.
Okay, why aren't you then?
Take the lead, big guy. I'll fry up whatever you kill.
just want to give you a chance when the competition starts. And he just like slumps over.
Okay. Alright, let's go over some logistics here. Cave, sealed off. Everything outside probably wants to kill us, and we have probably no way to get off this rock unless we build a spaceship.
No food or water. We're going to have to make a move at some point soon.
I'm liking our odds so far.
We could always just eat a Moby.
Hey,
We're not. No. We're not eating our friends.
He's not my friend.
Is that actually on the table?
no, it's
No.
him.
No!
Oh, good. It just seems like genuinely relieved.
Oh my god.
He's getting hysterical. Can't even take a joke.
Stop it.
Can you just not bully him for a little bit? Can you just leave him alone? He's already anxious enough
He's
as it
already
is.
sick.
You get 5 minutes.
Logistically, we'd probably eat one of the Krogan anyways. They have more on them.
Scorn just
Oh,
goes,
You try.
I don't think I could digest Krogan.
I don't think many of us are meant to.
gives me gas.
Well, Aurelia, Preston, you have any ideas?
Well, I don't hear many out there. You know, he is right. I'm not hearing as much as I did earlier when we first entered the cave.
Mhm.
Hmm?
I
Perhaps
mean,
they've lost our trail.
it's what we could hope for. We have to leave sooner or later. Can't stay here forever.
I believe I saw a clearing out of the canyon to the east.
Alright.
Maybe we could get a better lay of the land there and get away from these guys.
That could work.
Just have to make sure the time is right.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're not totally exhausted or completely injured, we might be able to get a little extra spring in our step if we tried the front way again.
Better than sitting around here.
I would agree with that.
At last, we finally agree.
Finally.
I wish I had my camera.
It's a Kodak moment.
Ugh.
Altea, take a photo.
What are you talking about?
Kodak moment! And you just see a flashbang.
Kodak?
It's a human thing, I heard.
I'm surprised you know about that. It's like a
Photography.
Photography.
Years ago.
yeah.
Oh, I have no idea what I just said.
You did a good job. That's what you did.
Thank you, creator.
At least that remains consistent. Still have the light bulb. We have some normalcy.
Well, since we're messing around with Galatea, I suppose I'll be the first one out. And he just goes to the boulder.
Hey, fuck you! I just woke up.
Was gonna suggest she can peek out there and see what we're dealing with.
Creator is right. I can float through walls.
Wait, seriously?
Wait, really?
Have you never done that before?
Yeah, I do that all the time. I don't have a corporeal form.
Oh, right.
I mean,
Hey,
that's...
Galatea, go see what's out there.
Okay.
You
But-
built
but
her.
do it
Quiet.
Mary,
quietly.
You built her. What the fuck? How'd you not know that?
I just woke up, and then Strux was threatening to eat my boyfriend. It's been a rough morning.
You just see her float through the boulder, and then immediately come back out. And then she just goes like, nothing directly outside. but there are a couple.
Couple what?
Oh, monsters, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
Specifics on numbers.
And what they look like, what they are. Do you know?
Assessing, and she flies back through.
Oh my god.
She's a good girl. Let her work. Would you rather do that?
I could.
She flies back in. Roughly a dozen.
Oh, that's more than just a couple.
Nothing you can't handle, creator.
Aw, how big are they?
I don't want to scare you, creator.
Just stand
Oh
up
my
to talk
gosh.
to like my full height. Are they taller than me?
They are taller than Creator 1.
Okay. That might be a problem.
Are they taller than the Krogan?
Maybe even bigger than friends Scorn and Strux.
Oh,
What is it? Are they dinosaurs?
They're just
Galatea-
really weird.
What do they look like? Like physically. Like, can you describe them?
Pictures. Do you take them?
Council
take-
databases has classified such creatures as cannibals.
oh,
Oh.
that's
great.
a great name.
Hate that.
They don't appear to notice we have fled into this cavern.
Do you know how far away they are?
Roughly 50 meters.
Okay.
Oh, we can book that easy.
If we could try to sneak past them.
Well,
Would-
I'm clumsy and we have 2 Krogan. We're not
Hmm.
very sneaky right now.
Perhaps we can
No.
split up into 2 small groups as we all move. That way it'll be easier to mark our movements.
Hmm.
Hmm. True enough. Alright, so who's splitting with who?
I'm staying with my brother. Just want to put that out there right now.
I kind of want to stay with him too.
Well, I'll take a Moby, and we can take Scorn for backup.
Well, then I'm going with you.
Okay. So we have Miri with the rest of us, and then our usual ground team with Preston.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Sounds good.
All right, enough rest. I'm ready when the rest of you are.
As ready as I will be.
Yep, me too.
Go like check my equipment for a second. Be like, well, I think I'm all good.
Everything's recharged and all that fun stuff.
Things loaded. Blade isn't dull. I'm fine.
Well, you gonna lift this thing or what, Strux?
Stand back. And he cracks.
By all means.
Starts lifting it.
Okay. So, light pours into the small little cave you were hiding out in. The growls you heard were once muffled, are now perfectly audible. Although you realize Galatea was right. They're a bit of a distance away. If you peer out the side of the cave, you see that they all seem to be headed in the opposite direction of you. But you do count around a dozen cannibals scaling the canyon around you.
Okay.
So he's gonna turn to, I think it was Aurelia that said it, and he said that clearing was to the east.
It should be a straight shot.
Straight shot.
I'm not sure what they're
Okay.
fixated on, but we should be clear.
All right. Maybe we should have like whichever group, because I know we had like an odd number, so whichever group is bigger can go first, and then the smaller group can kind of like stay for a second, make sure no one follows.
The paths I saw leading into the canyon seem to end at the same place. They just split and diverge a bit along the way.
Okay. Right then.
I fought on terrain like this. It's hard to keep track of, but I tried my best to pay attention.
Okay. Should be easy enough.
Still, let's be ready to crush something if we have to.
I don't exactly crush things, but I can work.
I'll set him ablaze.
Maybe we can tickle him.
Only if you have to. We're trying to not fight. If we can save our resources, that would be ideal. So, obviously if you have to fight, you have to fight, but, let's try to avoid it if we can.
Then let us be as swift as possible.
Alright, let's get going.
Okay, so you step out of the cave, and like I said, the cannibals to the left when you peer out of the cave seem to be like awkwardly vaulting out, like out of the canyon that you're in, climbing over rocks. Some of them kind of fumble along their way. They're very uncoordinated creatures. But the path to the right that splits into two narrow canyon valleys, very tight. You don't hear any growling from that direction, and it seems clear. I'm gonna need everyone to make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Let's go. Oh God.
What a great start.
Oh, good, guys.
Great start.
7.
That's a 1. That's great.
11.
I love it here. Yep,
Struck?
that's my new dice too.
What'd you get struck?
Oh, 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
So, the first 3 of you definitely notice the sounds getting more and more distant as you continue walking. Like you're actually getting further and further away from Reaper troops. This is good. Strux, you notice before you lost sight of the cannibals, that they seem to be looking up as they were moving away in that direction.
Looking up.
Okay. So, as the paths diverge, your two groups, while you can always remain you can have eye contact with the other group, does indeed split off a little bit on the canyon walls. So I'm thinking it's kind of hard to describe, but it's a little maze-like, and the rocks are just ever so slightly too big to easily get over to the other path, but it's the other paths are still visible.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're walking, keeping your head on a swivel, you don't hear any noises, and as you get to a corner where the paths kind of converge a bit into a circular area, you feel like you can't hear anything anymore by this point. But just as you round the corner into this more open space, suddenly you just hear a thud on the ground before you. And then another, and then a third.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that.
And just as you begin to jump back, you catch the sight of 3 4-legged creatures that have jumped down into the space. you notice rows of razor-sharp teeth that wrap almost entirely around their heads.
Oh, I really don't like that.
You see exposed brains jutting out of their crown-shaped heads.
Oh.
And you see entrails and tubes hanging off their chest.
I really don't like that.
I was hoping for dinosaurs.
Their cybernetic metal spines crunch as the one in the center raises its posture and begins sniffing the air, despite its lack of a nose.
Uh,
It's like something out of a Krogenberg movie.
It makes a screeching, clicking noise as it turns to your party's direction. But it hasn't detected you yet.
And duck and cover.
You duck back into cover. Both sides fully aware of what's in front of them.
Oh man.
I was really hoping for dinosaurs.
This is gonna suck.
well, I've
do you
always
call
got my decoy to distract them somehow if we can figure out how to get around them.
That's a good start.
And Galatea, for that matter. She's a great distraction.
I'm very good at that.
Yes, you are. You're so
I can
good.
always do my hologram trick.
I have a decoy as well I could use.
Oh yeah, and we've got Showstopper.
That's a bit bold. I like it.
We could always just use a Moby as bait.
Stop!
What is
Now
with you
hang on
today?
now. I didn't sign up for that.
What has Amobi ever done to you for him to deserve this?
Nothing. I just like being mean to him.
Okay, well let's
Well, I'll be mean
ease
to
up.
you.
Okay, but seriously though, I don't think I can handle this encounter. If there's
No,
any
you
way
need-
to sneak around, I think that'd be preferable.
Yeah, you need to not fight, like, ever.
Yeah. Well, if we need to, I can pop a hologram and get them looking away.
We could always start there and see what happens, and then, like, I can chime in too if need be.
Yeah, just wing.
Is it all possible to give him an invisibility cloak of any kind?
No, we don't have any extra tack clothes.
Well.
Unless a Moby magically became an infiltrator. That'd be pretty cool.
Haven't learned the art of infiltrating. Afraid.
You can go invisible this whole time? Well, yeah.
Hey, I'll give you lessons.
Sure, once we survive this encounter.
Or you could just let me have at them. I'm sure I can make easy work of them.
Okay.
No.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Just get yourself killed right after
No.
we rescue you.
I mean, you're free to try.
No, he's not.
I'd be expecting backup. If you're not going to help, I guess we can find another way.
God.
I would like to avoid a fight if possible. I'll
And I
back you
really
up
don't
if we have to fight, but I don't want to fight if we don't have to.
Well, then
So,
please, on your go.
All right.
ugh.
On the signal, I'll throw a showstopper out, and then we can move around when they're not looking.
Sounds good to me. I can't wait to see what it does.
Yeah, I can never tell with this thing.
They're always so
He's
much
like-
fun.
Tapping at his wrist, and he's like, "Oh, the image never locks on the one I want it to."
There's just something wrong with that program, but it does actually sound like our best option right now.
Okay, well, one, I'm gonna trust you, so whenever you're ready, go for it.
All right, and I'm gonna roll my d20 to see what pops out.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go, guys.
Okay. Is it cool? Is it cool?
Yeah. I'm cool, yeah.
No, I'm like looking at the roll and seeing if it's
Oh.
cool. It's so fucking cool, you guys.
Oh no! What is it? What is it now?
It's summon a hologram of a dragon.
Yo!
That's dope.
An overweight dragon?
Showstopper!
Yeah, the honor among thieves dragon,
From-
the fat fatty.
From
Yes!
the skies,
The little
Smaug the
man.
Terrible as he
Oh,
flies
no, he's
over.
I remember sitting next to Meg in the movie theater going like, he's chubs!
I said he's a plump. Big
Yeah.
old plump.
Okay. So, oh my god, alright. The thing that I can always never prepare for, showstopper.
Yes.
Now remind me, does this showstopper image, is it just visual?
I will
Yes.
read it, but it is just visual as far as my recollection
I'm
goes.
pretty sure it's like an intelligence check.
It's
Kind of like a decoy.
I'm gonna read through this.
Does it make any sound, or does it like smell like anything?
The
Can it make
holographic
physical-
creature appears real and behaves as if it were a real creature, except it can do no physical harm. Any physical interaction with the hologram reveals it to be an illusion, and someone who uses an action to visually inspect the creature identifies as a hologram with a successful DC 15 intelligence check.
So it doesn't say if it makes any
doesn't
noise.
specify about noise now.
Okay, well, what do you imagine? Since it doesn't specify.
I'd imagine maybe it wouldn't like.
Does it let out a dragon roar, or is it just like
No.
a silent, like,
Fuck yeah,
projection?
roaring is cool. It's a dragon. It roars. It
Okay.
zooms around.
Yeah, I imagine them having sound.
Yeah, I feel like based on the last few times we've done that, they would have had sound in those situations anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so right in the middle of these three creatures, a hologram is sent forth of a massive, like 15, 20 foot tall green dragon with a little bit of chub to it.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
raises its head up and it just lets out a big old screechy roar.
Oh shit.
Complete with fire breath and everything.
Let's
Yeah.
go, baby.
And upon this, you just see the creatures all very sharply turn to the middle of their little pack. And after a few screeches and aggressive clicking noises, they all let loose some breath weapon like stuff of their own. Except instead of being like the dragon's red or orange flame, these flames appear bright blue. And they just breathe this blue fire right where the hologram was laying.
Alright, guys, I think we should move now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. As soon as it's out there, we need to go. Yeah.
And they're actually going to take damage because they hit each other.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What in the world?
Did I win the encounter?
Did they all almost kill each other?
They deal a lot of damage to each other.
Friendly
Good.
fire. No pun intended.
18 damage to each of them as they spray themselves with this blue fire.
Oh.
And you said you guys are going to try and move the second this happens?
Yeah, like as
Well,
soon as they're
yeah.
distracted.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone roll stealth with advantage.
Okay. Cool.
I'm good at
They're all
stealth.
distracted.
Oh, come on, Piper.
25.
Come on. You're
Oh,
fucking
20.
okay.
No! 25, natural 20.
Hold on.
Yep, I got a natural 20, and that would
24.
be 22.
Damn. Strux?
I got a 19 and my stealth's +3, so 22.
Everyone rolled over a 20.
Mhm.
Very,
Let's
very
go,
good,
baby.
guys. Dice gods smile upon us today. So, it becomes apparent, because you guys rolled so high, that once you actually round the corner and begin to approach, you notice that these creatures have their heads split open, and that's just like the way they are.
Ugh.
Naturally, their skin has peeled over where their eyes would be. So you can deduce they can't see.
Oh,
Ah.
My god, they're fucking clickers.
You could say their senses are weak.
I
Wow.
like it.
And you see them flailing around in their own bluish dark energy, going into a sort of fit as they swipe around at each other, just freaking the fuck out. As you all decide simply walking around them would be the best course of action. So you carefully walk on both sides, flanking them on both sides as they just freak out in the middle of this circular area until the paths converge once again and you are able to start making it out of the canyon, leaving these creatures behind.
Thank goodness.
That was fucking creepy.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
like this.
So you climb on this like rocky terrain onto higher ground overlooking the canyon. You notice some more pillars are scattered up top, but it is definitely a bit more of like a clearer area, and it seems to be devoid of any Reaper threats. Any sounds you can hear are in the far distance, including the Reaper capital ship way off in the landscape. Still massive, still perfectly visible, but way too far away to notice the specs that you guys are to it at this point.
Well, I like our chances.
Let's not get cocky, okay? That was a good call. You did great back there. That was, yeah.
So like,
So
what
now-
the hell was that thing and where can I get one?
No.
It was a dragon.
Oh,
What in
that.
Sam
that.
Hell is a dragon?
I don't know. It just said it on the list when it came up.
It's like a
It looks cool. It's kind of
Fan-
cute.
It's like a dinosaur with wings. That's not a pterodactyl.
Her ancestors of ours.
I would believe that actually.
It did kind of look a little Krogan-like. It was
Yeah.
very cool, I'll admit.
Way to be stylish as always, Juan.
Thank you.
Mhm.
It is my thing.
Yeah,
Well, we
you're not
all
completely useless after
Sufficiently
all.
snuck out. Good job, team.
Yeah. Whew. That
That's
is not
good.
my forte.
Good work, everyone. You see, Preston, if we work as a team, this will be a hell of a lot easier. He's like, yes, I suppose.
Hmm.
Thank you all for helping me get through that.
You're welcome.
Sure thing.
Thank you for cooperating with us.
Like it or not, we are kind of all in this together at this point.
Right. What is it doing? And you just see him looking at the Reaper in the distance, just not moving.
Reaping.
Oh, I can see that.
Ending the world, the galaxy,
Being evil.
destroying planets, ruining
I mean, just
lives.
why is it there specifically? That one Reaper specifically? What is it doing here?
I don't know, Preston. Why don't you go ask
Waiting
it?
for something.
Oh, shut up, sis.
I think you should smile
It's
and
almost
laugh
like-
at that.
It looks like it's guarding something, maybe?
What would be over there?
Waiting for pals to get here. Oh.
Would need guarding by a reaper.
Don't know.
Why do I have a feeling we're gonna find out?
Because a Reaper's guarding in, we usually go to things that they don't like us being near.
So it's at this point when he's just kind of like squinting at it, like, what is your game thing? You know, like, what's going on? All of your Omni tools suddenly light up all at once. Everyone's.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Are they working again?
You even see an Omni tool flicker off of the android.
Oh,
that is being carried by Scorn.
Yeah, I meant to mention that. Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
It's
like
still
a
there.
message or something? Or is it...
Yeah. You just read on your wrist in all capital letters with caution signs flanking both ends of the text saying emergency transmission.
Oh, that can't be good.
Who wants to pick it up?
I will.
Okay.
So as you answer, it starts essentially a conference call with everyone. It picks up for everyone, and you just hear, "This is Captain Karma Ice of the Moray. To anyone on the ground, we have been targeted by a Reaper capital ship, and we need a place to land immediately."
Hmm?
And it's at this moment you see the Reaper in the distance shift its body vertically as its forelegs plant firmly into the ground, like locking itself in place, almost like it latched onto the terrain. And you see its center opens up as it points to the sky to reveal the massive red laser within.
Oh,
I always hate this part.
After a moment of charging up, the beam fires as its horn blares, melting straight through the thick, dark clouds overhead to land and reveal a direct hit on what you see to be a large Quarian frigate in the sky,
oh, Keela.
ringing a massive explosion out and sending the ship cascading towards the surface. You just
Holy
hear in the
shit.
transmission, "Mayday, Mayday! We've been hit! Open a hangar for emergency landing. Voss, get everyone to the shuttles and launch the..." You just hear like a violent explosion over the comm. You just hear, "Captain Garnema! Shit! Everyone to the escape pods now! I'm going for the shuttle!" And it's but mere moments before a dozen escape pods begin to pop out of both sides of the ship, shooting out in every direction. You see a handful of shuttles make it out the back of a ship right before the Reaper fires another short burst beam into the ship, completely cracking it in half. One such escape pod hurls towards the clearing your party is in.
Income.
Oh boy.
Move! And he like duck
Yeah, get out of the way.
It flies just overhead, and it makes an incredibly rough landing into a nearby small caldera just over the hill. It's like a crater.
I was gonna say good use of that word.
Thank you. That's one of my favorite words. So as
Or
all this
caldera.
loud noise of Reaper horns, exploding ships, and crashing escape pods diminishes, there's a bit of a beat, and then you begin to hear the distant screeches of Reaper monsters again, as you did in the canyon earlier.
Come on.
Could we go find that escape pod?
Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate it.
The last thing I would want to do is have to be alone on this planet.
Yeah, no kidding.
With or without injuries.
Right.
Well, so having just survived a very nasty drop with malfunctioning pod systems all around you and the muffled sounds of growling in the distance, Carl, is there any kind of short-range transmission you'd like to send out?
All you'd hear is,
Wow.
ah. And that'd probably be the only thing you'd hear, other than the banging of me trying to get the door open.
Okay, so you're trying to get the door open. And you're
Imagine the
just like,
shuttle landed and I'm upside down kicking at it.
alrighty. The rest of you all hear this through your Omni tools.
Well, that doesn't sound
Hello?
good.
Who's there? I try to call back.
Ah,
Sounded like distress.
I mean, yeah.
Status report.
Ashen, you can hear this through your Omni tool.
Yeah. You'll hear back. Well, I'm not a Reaper because I can talk. Ah,
Okay, we're off to a good start.
That works for me.
Yeah, that's good news, actually. Can you walk?
I'm trapped in my escape pod at the moment. I'm trying to get it open. Then I'll see about that question.
So,
Okay.
as you're trying to get the escape pod open, Ashton, you can hear large thudding footsteps, as well as the sound of metal dragging across the gravelly ground. And as you're trying to get the door open, you look out the viewing glass. What is now suddenly starting to feel like a metal coffin. And you see a massive claw reach over the verge of the caldera through the heat haze surrounding you.
Oh, Keela.
After that, you see a deformed Turian face peering its head over the edge at your pod. And you swear its eyes look straight onto yours.
I'm drawing my pistol and getting ready. He's like, if you guys can still hear me over the radio, I would appreciate some backup. There's some real fucked up shit outside.
When they're not. Yeah, okay. We're going.
So much for not getting into a fight, but we should probably hurry, and the Piper's gonna start running over there, whichever way she thinks she needs to go. So.
I was secretly hoping this would happen.
You would.
That a ship would get
Yeah?
shot down? Full of people?
I want to fight. Hey,
Oh my.
Struts. Last one to hit the monster is a shrimpy piejack.
Oh
charges
my
ahead.
god.
Yeah.
You're on.
Whoever's in that escape pod is probably fine for a little bit. That was a Korean ship. We make them sturdy.
Damn right.
It's a rotten egg.
Aurelia just goes like, "Are you willing to bet this guy's life on it?"
I wouldn't go
I'm
that far,
hearing all
but
this.
I bet a significant amount on it.
And I think Scorn has a point. We better move it.
Yeah.
Just
He's actually
like,
hearing all this conversation, by the way, over the radio.
yeah. It's like an open transmission.
I was gonna say, it's probably open comms, so.
I don't want to rescue that asshole. No, I can hear you.
Right?
All right.
I mean, he's not going to respond. He's going to be too busy staring at the fucking door and the monster outside.
So, you would have fought your fair share of Reapers by this point in the conflict, Ashen. What you see crawl over the edge is what the official Council and Migrant Fleet databanks read as a brute that crawls over the edge and slowly starts advancing towards the pod. You see bits of scrap metal scattered around inside the crater around your pod, but it looks straight at the pod itself and is just lumbering towards you as you try to get the door open.
Scratch that. I start looking around my pod and see if there's a different way out.
You see that there is actually the pod itself ejects, and then the pod, seat can eject.
Oh jeez.
Well, if I've only got one life, better use it. I'm strapping myself into the seat and go, well, this was fun. And yeah, no, I'm gonna eject.
Okay, so the rest of you, as you make it to the lip of the caldera, you catch a brief glimpse of the brute and the pod it's advancing towards, until suddenly you just hear like pop, like the latch just like blows open, and you see a human man propelled by his seat, launching through the air.
That's not what I was expecting.
Huh. Hey, he's gonna land soon.
He's currently at an arc.
Let's
I should
Wait,
mention,
wait. Go
I'm not
ahead.
attached to the seat.
Hold on.
Right.
Hold on.
I'm not attached
Hold on.
to it. I've used it to jettison out
Do
of
I
it.
still have
That's
it?
all I've done.
Mitchell, I still have
Yo.
slow fall, right?
If that was the biotic you chose.
I think it was. So could I use that on him when he gets
Cast it on
closer?
Other people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should
she
be
used
able-
it on me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, at
it's
the
when
estate.
Mary floated down the
Impossible.
hotel.
So yeah, once he's within range, I want to use it to hopefully break the fall.
Okay, so as this guy is just soaring through the air like a rocket, the brute just following him with its head.
Fly, Juan, use your jetpack.
He begins
Oh yeah.
to curl right towards your group, to which Piper, you instinctively stick out your hand and cast Slow Fall,
There you go.
decreasing your speed, Ashen,
Mm.
enough to land safely.
Good
As
plan.
you kind of float out of the chair, suspended in biotic energy, you
Oh, what the fuck?
find yourself upside down, floating slowly to the ground, just face to face with the entire party at this point.
Hey.
Okay, I have so many fucking questions as I finally touch down.
Yeah.
The first thing, as I brought myself back up, we should fucking run.
I
Yeah,
think that's a good idea.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Looks at the several programs. I have so many fucking questions.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
do introductions when we are alive and safe.
Yeah, now's not really the time. We should get going.
Okay. Everyone, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh god, okay. Where's my
My one weakness, strength, flexibility.
Uh-oh.
athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a net 20. 25. 25.
Natural 20 for a 19.
Damn.
Damn. No
Amazing.
negative one.
Oh,
I was like, what? Oh.
Oh,
I got
oh
I got an
noodle.
11.
11.
I got
Anything lower
Wait,
than
hold on.
11.
I got a
23.
16.
Okay, so everyone rolled pretty good. We got 2 above 20, we got 2 above 10, and then 11.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you all have your new mystery person in tow, part of the squad, you all just immediately begin to run. Doesn't matter where, just not back into the canyon and away from this brute. And you all just haul ass. You can see that the brute is faster than it looks, and also begins charging at you. What was once a lumbering, slow, hulking monster is now at the speed of, like, a semi-truck on the highway
Jeez.
Great.
as it barrels towards your group. And it is going to take
huge
one
ones.
charging swipe at Juan.
Oh.
Why is it always the huge ones that can catch up? Fuck.
That's a 14 hit.
It does not.
Okay. So, with all of its speed, in like pretty much like a full send Hail Mary on this brute's part, just lunges forward and goes for the swipe, which one narrowly dodges with a roll forward.
Okay.
And by the time it can get back up, you all have scattered into the landscape before you, with no chance of this brute catching up.
Oh,
That was a close call.
we have too many of those.
I fucking hate the brutes.
No,
So-
you and me both.
Carl, if you would like to describe your character while everyone finally has a moment to observe.
I will try my best, but I do have an aid to go with it, which I will drop into general for you guys.
I've
Oh,
seen
nice.
this. It's really cool, actually.
Visual aids, let's go. Nice.
You see a
Ah,
blonde haired man with wearing goggles, basically he's not wearing armor from the looks of it. He has the very minimal amount of visible armor being his wrist guards, but he looks dressed, and his boots. But yeah, he doesn't look like he should be on the Korean shuttle that just got attacked, in all honesty. Though he looks very out of place. Doesn't look
Bro has
very
that.
he doesn't look very physically intimidating either.
Bro has that Dash Rendar jacket.
who?
Star Wars.
Oh,
Ooh, I like your goggles.
Thanks, made it myself. Sorry. A lot just happened in the last 5 minutes.
yeah. Are
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
hurt or anything?
He pats himself down. No more than usual.
Okay.
I'm amazed at that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like a rough landing, so that's why I asked.
He's now looking at all of you. And he's like, are you here because, sorry, I have so many questions. I'm Ashen.
I was gonna ask. Okay.
Stormbreaker.
You little two-finger salute. Wanchalan Vasnima.
He points at one. Recognize that name.
Wait, you do?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, you hated him.
Please, his ego's already inflated. Don't inflate it more.
He gives one a sort of sideways
Curious.
look and be like, did you not just hear the thing about me being on the Korean vessel just now?
Well, I know, but okay.
I didn't know people talked about me.
Spirits, just whatever you do, don't refer to him as Lieutenant Commander. You just see
It's
him
my rank. I earned it, goddamn.
Aurelia put both her hands forward.
Sure.
He's a valuable
Right,
member of our crew. And the migrant fleet, for that matter.
Obviously.
Fair. Sorry, I'm just a bit puzzled why and he just does a whole hand wave over your entire group. Your sort of group dynamic is here on where we are.
Well, we're actually all on the same page there. We don't know why we're here.
It's a long story.
Do you guys know where you are?
No.
No.
Do
Do
you?
you?
Sorry. At this moment, is Purpose actually wearing any of her pirate gear?
No.
Probably not.
Unless you all
Okay.
decided that was the case.
Probably
He
not,
kinda
no.
just got teleported
Good,
here
okay.
by a sea god.
He just looks at one at that point and go, back to the question about where we are, because that's a question on its own. We are on,
I got you.
Stock?
Yeah.
Sorry, bumped my head. names get a bit confusing right now. You're on Heftark, the Water Homeworld. Which is why, and again, just to all of you, much like me, you kind of stand out. Apart from the fucking abominations walking around.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Wouldn't be the first time we stood out. So.
And even more so. Oh, actually, no. It probably makes more sense for Lions people here. Well, I appreciate you helping me out. Good luck on my part, I'm guessing again. I don't suppose I could ask your help even more.
With
Trying
what?
to get to the city. I'm trying to link up with, and he points back to the sky, and then sort of deflates a little gun. We were en route to the Vortex City for reasons. I'm still alive, so I should go there anyway. My mission still stands, or whatever I'm supposed to do.
A city out here. Where?
Does the city happen to be where that big Reaper is by any chance?
Looks towards the big Reaper. Pulls out. He checks himself for his weaponry, and he pulls out a scope and looks in that general direction. Does it look like that's where we were going in terms of the ship where we were going, traveling wise?
You can see the moray above you still in the process of crashing into the surface of the planet. And you can see based on its trajectory that it was definitely planning to land somewhere in this vicinity.
As long as we don't have to deal with the Reaper, I'll go wherever. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
figure out what we're supposed to do here if we get to this city.
Well, there's a city. There can be a way out if we need it.
Yeah, communications.
Mm.
We can, get in touch with our ship.
Well, the city was supposed to be housing most of the population there. We were planning to dock there, so I'm guessing transports would be there. So, but if the Reaper's there, then hostile area. Got no doubt, no shit.
Okay, city full of people and transports.
That sounds like a great start.
That
Would certainly
sounds
explain
like
why the Reaper is here.
Well, that's more of a lead than we had 20 minutes ago, so I'll take it.
Yeah. You think your friends are all safe?
I mean, most got out in shuttles. I grabbed the nearest escape pod. Let's assume that unless you saw them shot down, then they probably got somewhere safe. Some of them. I've got to hope that they maybe managed to get to the city. So maybe me regrouping there is my best option.
could be.
Maybe yours as well. Get you off planet as well.
Yeah.
If we could figure
Right.
out where the city is, it's a great idea.
I mean, don't suppose you have a navigator among you?
Stares at Piper.
Well, I mean, I could probably figure it out. I trained in it, so.
Oh, I was fucking joking, but sure, that works.
I mean, recon's kind of our game.
If I just have a general idea of where we need to go, I could probably, get a good lay of the land, figure it out.
Well, I can't believe I'm the one saying this, says Amobi. But I think towards the Reaper would be our best bet.
Sounds Seems
was
like
hoping
it.
you wouldn't say that.
I agree.
Hey, if he wasn't going to say it, I was literally about to say it. So I give a nod to Turmobi. He's like, minds think alike, I guess. Fucking sucky as it is.
Yeah, well, you look pretty able. I'm not much of a shot myself, but my crew is quite remarkable. I'm sure we can
Yeah,
help you
but you're
get there.
really, really good at fixing up big guns.
I am, if you know. He starts like twiddling, like putting his fingers together. Like, maybe they have a big gun I can fiddle with. Then maybe I could be of some help.
You're always helpful, dude.
You're like the most helpful.
He just smiles.
There's been a lot of times where we'd be dead if it wasn't for you and your skills. So, you know, you're a valued member of our team.
I know I constantly need reassurance, but, you know, thank you guys.
I'll reassure you literally whenever you need.
I'll tell you what. I haven't killed something all day. We should
my
get moving
God.
That's not a bad thing.
and
We
hope
don't-
there's some fun to be had along the way.
Oh,
Hungry for blood.
I am. I got that blood hunger.
Why did Rourke let us bring him with us again?
Hey,
I
I tell you
miss
what,
the
then.
Stormbreaker.
Tell you what. We head towards the Reaper. You're bound to have your feast of fights. So how about you reserve some of that energy for when we get closer? Savvy?
You're getting me all excited.
He puts away his hammer.
What have you done?
Well, I guess we'll all win.
That's true enough.
Yeah, as long as the Reapers lose, I'm fine with that.
Hell yeah, brother.
Makes two of us.
Well, we've come this far.
I don't really see any other options.
Yeah. Guess we're just gonna have to do this.
To the Reaper, then.
All right, enough killing daylight. Let's get going.
To the city.
Just a out of passion question. I don't suppose I'd have a map of the area, right? Oh, man.
You would have
Or
a map.
a map of the city at the very
You would
least.
have a
in this
map of the
point.
city, but not directions to get to the city because your ship was planning on getting there.
Right. That makes sense.
Damn.
Okay. Just my luck. I land outside the map zone. You'll then see him put his scope on fucking rifle. Great.
Hmm.
Long trek.
That's not a bad idea. Have to remember that. To the scope. Yeah.
Well, they detach, don't they?
Oh, yeah, I just never been that creative, I guess. So.
Stick around, I've got really bad ideas all day.
No, we have plenty of them too.
Gestures to the area that had the fucking pilot seat ejecting.
Yeah, well, you're lucky I was able to break your fall, so you're welcome.
Just looks down at his boots and says, "Sure, appreciate it." And gives a wink and starts walking.
So,
Right,
your
who's leader
crewmate-
here?
your crewmates actually end up following Ashen as he sets out across the land. And assuming you all start walking with him, you find yourself in, whilst it's still a canyon, is definitely more like like a dry lake almost, that kind of ground, where everything's all like cracked, and there's only like a shrub every now and then, as well as scattered rock pillars that you and your group try and stick to as best as possible for what little cover you can manage. The sounds of distant reaper growling remain ever present, but now that you know one variant of these reapers can't see,
Right.
and based on RMAX Arena simulations, you know, generally speaking, how to avoid your typical cannibal and marauder. You're able to maintain a safe distance away from everything, all while being wary of the massive capital ship ahead of you, which just seems to be looking around, not at anything specific. It's just kind of standing guard.
Ever wonder if those things get bored?
Probably.
That doesn't really cross my mind.
They're giant death machines. I don't care whether or not they get bored.
Oh, I mean, I don't care either. I just wonder.
As long as it doesn't see us as a threat and just simple ants, we can probably scoot on by.
You know, in a weird way, it actually is pretty cool to be in the presence of one. When it's not actively trying to kill you, that is.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
destroy an entire
It-
planet.
It is
know.
a very impressive piece of technology.
I'm not
One
giving
does
that
bring
thing
up a
any
good
credit.
point.
Are we underneath it, roughly?
What
So-
do you mean?
Oh, I was just gonna say, they're winning this war, and they're probably bored while they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's grim as
I
hell.
mean,
Well, on that note, if he can see the Reaper, he takes his Omni tool to take a picture, and he puts his hand in front of it, flipping it off.
And I want art of that.
That's
I like your
amazing.
style. I like your style, friend.
It
I'm
is
glad
at
we're on
that
the same
point,
page.
Ashen, as you're flipping the Reaper off, that you feel
Currents can look at you.
you feel your foot kind of like jerk up a little bit.
Ooh, healer.
And as your foot kind of jerks back a bit, you notice that there was a like a medium-sized stone you were stepping on, and you see it kind of moving.
I'm gonna push off of it and backflip away.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck me. This is where I get the shit roll. 13 plus 9, so 22.
9.
Damn.
Damn.
Bro's got the proficiency.
Awesome. Expertise.
Could have had expertise in persuasion. No, fuck it, acrobatics.
So, yeah. You've never seen a human move this fast, but 1 minute he's flipping off a giant reaper. Not 1 second later, he is backflipped back like a foot or two and is aiming his gun at a stone on the ground.
Oh, who put off your spider sense?
Just looks at one, it's like, I'm amazed you get that reference.
Extranet.
They do a lot of research in their free time. They like to quote human phrases at me. It's a whole thing. It's impressive.
I'm working on it. Thank you.
Hey, keep your voices down. You see the stone kind of lift up, almost like a hatch, but only partially, to where you only see two slightly glowing amber eyes staring out at you, just peeking at your group.
Hey,
What the hell?
Do you
I
want to
draw
get
my
blasted
pistol, I'm
by
not
a
pointing
laser
at
beam?
I.
Get
You
in
got
here
it,
quick.
Okay.
He just closes it in. But he's kind of expecting you all to go after him.
well, Miri will go after him.
Well, that's a thing that's happening.
Okay. Okay. This is not out of the ordinary for us. Weird people showing up out of nowhere. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna follow them.
He wants to make a comment about how people on this planet might actually be smart, but he's going to wait until he sees the evidence first.
Miri thinks
No.
she recognizes what kind of voice that is, so she's going to be like, "Ooh, let's go!"
Fucking Juan's gonna like sort of nod to Ash and be like, "Well, after you, escape pod."
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Quite welcome.
So, with much eagerness in Miri's demeanor, and with a lot of apprehension in everyone else's, you flip the stone over to reveal it is indeed a hatch that leads to an underground ladder. It seems a little rusted. Like, it's just really loosely bolted in rebar, like ladder, and like a rusted cylinder just headed straight down.
Well, I hope everyone has had their tetanus shots, because this doesn't look safe, and she's just gonna try to go down.
I
Or
am up to
what?
date on all of my vaccines.
Are what shots?
I think tetanus is the least of our problems.
Well,
Wait,
you never
did I
know.
need to get...
No, shh, it's okay.
So as you descend, you can clearly see below you, not even trying to hide himself, a figure cloaked in like a dark gray shawl, just leading you all down the ladder. And as you reach the bottom, you're in a very, very dark cavern once again, but this one is a bit echoey. You get the sense that it's a bit bigger. And as you all...
Galatea.
It's like, I already know the drill, creator. And she becomes the sun.
The sun.
But at this point, you just see this guy like get lit up like with more light than he's ever been used to.
Oh no!
Because
Uh-oh.
like, what are you doing?
Well, no, we can't see down here.
I can. Just follow me.
Galatea, become a little less like the sun.
Okay. Sun illumination set to 3%. You can see
That's
she is
better.
very vaguely glowing now.
Activate nightlight mode.
Like a burnt out glow stick.
Be like, Preston, stay close. I know your navigation skills are terrible. From what I remember, anyway.
Yeah, I know that was your forte. He just goes like, this way. No more bright lights.
Sorry.
You see, you walk for what seems like a couple minutes down some very dark tunnels. You can see like the vague silhouette of him as you follow, but you know, you can't really make out anything else around you, so you're basically just trusting this guy's word. Until he goes like, okay, we're here. And
So
you hear
Reverse here.
him, you see like a little red light on like a panel, and he puts his hand on it and flicks the switch. the light turns green, and suddenly you see some spiraling, like orange, like alarm lights that turn on. It's not super bright, but it's definitely noticeable. You just hear like a little alarm noise, like until you hear just like the scraping of rusty metal.
Ugh.
Ew.
Ugh.
I don't like
And it
that.
kind of makes you want to cover your ears.
What if I could?
And you see that the wall seems to be shifting a little bit.
I
Or-
trust this absolutely.
You see what seems to be in the shape of like a cog as a bit of a dim light fills the cavern. Seems to roll over to the side, revealing a new passage into a much more brightly lit area. Right off the bat, you see what appears to be like an elevated street. Like it's like a really wide catwalk
Interesting.
overlooking a ravine ahead, and you can see on the other side of the ravine that there's a whole wall of catwalks and little lights with buildings built into the side of this ravine.
I knew it. Best place to hide your city.
Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You see
Well, it's not
There
really
are-
clever.
2 adult Vorcha that pass by the door and then stop to glance at your party. And with them is a little Vorcha child.
Oh,
And you just
my
you
god.
just hear it go like strangers. And they just nudge the child along.
Did you guys see that?
Miri, do not get any ideas.
I am
Not taking it home.
I've
Her
been
ovaries
recording
are on
this whole
fire.
time.
I want one.
You
We are
have
not
one.
bringing it home.
Yeah, but mine's bigger than that.
We have
No.
a Vorcha at home. Vorcha at home.
Wow.
Oh.
And I know that was really short, but that's where I'm going to call it today.
Oh, man.
That's all I
Don't-
had.
But no, that was fun.
It was
Good stopping
good.
point.
It was a good way to get back into it.
You see what I mean? Kind of
Man.
like get back in
Yeah.
the swing of it
Yeah.
session.
Man, you really expected some of them to fight them.
I did have 2 combos.